Hello and welcome back. This is Nom Nom, and we are once again in Oxygen Not Included. This is the Aridio Mark III map on the Aridio asteroid with oppressive heat. Here's just a quick zoom out of how that heat looks. We've actually got some relatively survivable temperatures, but difficult to grow things, anything over 30 degrees Celsius. The printing pod did just go off. We'll take a look at that. Some dirt, nothing incredibly useful. Can we afford another dupe right now? We cannot. We're sort of at that catch-22 where another dupe would probably help us get more food, but we can't afford to get a dupe because we don't have enough food. So I'm going to try and nip that in the bud here. A couple of things. We did get those Pacus a while back, and so they just laid eggs. So I have 8 Pacu eggs because I have 8 Pacu, and my understanding is these Pacu will never again lay an egg because they're wild. So I think I can go ahead and I can kill them. So I'm going to do that. I will just wait for those eggs to hatch, but in the meantime we'll get a bunch of Pacu fillets and we'll be able to cook them up. Alright, so that was my first Pacu fillet. So if I look in my food, edibles, I should have a Pacu fillet with 1,000 kcals. Up here I can go to cooked fish and turn that 1,000 kcals into 1,600 kcals. I'm going to say do that forever. And I'm also going to go over to my consumables and tell them not to eat. Where is it here? Don't eat a Pacu fillet. I want them to eat cooked fish. Alright, another big thing. I did get 3 thimble reeds at one point from the printing pod. I queued those up to grow over here. I think they grow up till 37 degrees and it's like 33, 34 degrees over here, so that's fine. They take in polluted water when they're domesticated. And I also, this is pretty much the only other thing. I ran this for about 7 cycles off camera because I had so many build tasks queued up. I wanted them to finish that up. The only new thing I queued up was this section right here. I did dump a bunch of my polluted water that I had sitting around the base spewing out polluted oxygen, and I built this little thimble reed section right here. I haven't yet to get them to come up and actually put water in the thing, but hopefully they will eventually do that. I also realized, taking a look, that a lot of these guys are glum, and Nails is grooming them and making some of them happy, but a lot of them are still glum. So I need a new rancher. I have these 4 ranches, right, including this one down here, and I believe I need someone else who can ranch. So taking a look at skills, yeah, Nails is my rancher, Gossman digging and grilling, Nicola grilling and researching, and Ruby started on the farming track, so when she does level up next, which is going to be a while, we're going to go ahead and get her into critter ranching as well. Waiting for this pitcher pump to be built. Unreachable dig. They can literally stand right there and build that, or go from there to there. I'm not sure why they're thinking that's unreachable. I guess I'll just build a couple of ladders here. Maybe. I'm not sure what to do. See if I can get that to be reachable. Go ahead and do that too. Eventually this is probably going to be another ranch, so I don't care if that gets dug up. And down here I had 1,400 grams. I'm up to 2,400 grams of carbon dioxide, so I was like 1.4 kilograms, 1.3 kilograms. Now I'm up to 2.5 kilograms. That's good. Maybe good enough that I can stop distilling some ethanol, but this thing is almost full, so they're going to stop making ethanol and another ton of ethanol anyways. So maybe I'll just let that run for a while. The problem is, though, that the carbon dioxide is pushing up in my base, and it's gotten to the point where they're out of breath really quickly when they're down here because they're traveling so far. And they're not able to groom these slicksters out of being glum. So they're not consuming as much carbon dioxide, which is probably why I have so much carbon dioxide. It's a catch-22. Goes back to the fact that I just have too many tasks queued up for my dupes. I guess that doesn't need to be insulated tile. I guess I can actually just kind of do that, huh? Alright, we'll figure that out. This is going to be like a weird shaped ranch. I'm going to have to close this off right here. And then we'll do something like that. And then have it come down here. Something like that. It'll be an odd shaped ranch, but that's fine with me. Just trying to use the space I've got. I probably could have planned the placement of this thing a little bit better, or maybe I could even lower that pitcher pump. You know what? Let's do that. Sense is being made. I'll just lower that pitcher pump one. And then I can lower this plan one. That should work. This tank didn't need to be as big as I made it. Yeah, they'll get to that eventually. Alright, finally they're watering the thimblereed. Thimblereed has a 2-cycle lifespan. Why is thimblereed important? Because I have no reed fiber. And reed fiber, of course, is critical for building the Atmo suits. I do have 1.7 tons of aluminum queued up. And they are working on another 750 kilograms. And I do have the research that I need, so I want to start planning out my Atmo suits. I'm going to put at least 2 Atmo suit docks here. I can get rid of this guy, and that's going to be where the Atmo suit checkpoint is going to be at. But in order to get that to work, I am going to need a pump. So we'll go ahead and put a pump over here for now. And we'll just gas pipe this down here like so. Now I am going to want a filter. Even though I hate paying the power cost for the filter, there's a good chance I could end up getting some other gases in here, carbon dioxide or hydrogen or something. So we'll just do the stuff we don't want. I don't know, we'll just shove it over here. Alright, and that'll take them a while to build out. We'll go ahead and run some wire to that. Clearly my wires are overloaded. 2,340 watt potential. Normally I only run it at like 300, 400 watts. Because really the only thing that's running constantly is this guy right here, my rusty oxidizer. But I do spike occasionally when I'm either running the rock crusher or the research stations. Eventually I'm going to have to split that into some sort of manageable power grid. In all those tiles that I had the game running, or all those turns that I had, cycles that I had the game running, I did finish a lot of these decor items that we had over here. So we actually have pretty good decor inside of the bedrooms and passable decor inside the bathroom. I do want to get rid of this composter. It's adding a lot of heat to the base. I was thinking about putting it down here. I don't know if that's considered industrial machinery or not. And if I look at ranch stable, oh, it doesn't have that limitation. So I am going to go ahead and build one down here, and we'll see how that works out. So the deal with the composter is it kicks out a lot of heat, and slicksters like heat, so hopefully that'll help warm this area up. Without heat, they want to give birth to long-haired slicksters, larva eggs, and those consume oxygen, and they put out a good deal of decor, but I don't need them. I need larva eggs. So I've been cooking up all of the long-haired slickster eggs that I've been getting. Okay, these guys are cramped again, which means they need to pull one out. He's busy grooming them, but he really needs to, yeah, 7 out of 6 critters. This is why I need another rancher. I'm just not able to keep up with all the ranching tasks. Alright, they actually got to that really fast. We're going to say oxygen on this guy here. Wow, they got to all that really fast. See, this is why I ran it for 7 cycles off camera. They were able to get all these tasks done right away, now that they've completed a lot of those pending tasks that we had. They actually already started digging this out, and they should be coming down here sometime soon into this really hot water. So I also need over here a couple of atmosuit docks and an atmosuit checkpoint. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, I haven't put one of these down in a while. That is new. That stencil of the dupes telling me which direction it's going. I guess that was a complaint. I've always figured out the arrow. But yeah, interesting. We'll put that right there. Alright, so this is also going to need some ventilation, and we'll just take it off the same ventilation system here so it'll split and get 50% each way. And wow, what is going on with that pipe? Alright, shift. We'll come down here like so. Okay, and this stuff's gonna need power. There should be power running right by it already. Boom, done. And then this guy's gonna need power up here. We will take the power through the walls so they don't have to look at the wires, like so. All right, and I'll be back. And these dupes are not messing around. They're really knocking these tasks out, which is great. Go ahead and do this. All right. Let's bump that up to a 6 just so they get that done. And I did hear the printing pod go off a second ago. Let's take a look. Snazzy suit. Okay, that's good. If we ever get anybody stressed out, we'll put them in a snazzy suit. That'll help. Okay, they're almost done with this. Oxygen is clearly filling up in the pipes over here. This is good. Now my oxygen level in my base is probably going down dramatically as a result of that. But I haven't really had pressure problems in the past. What's floating around here? Carbon dioxide. Okay, I might be able to put a couple of gas vents in here. Or gas vents. Airflow tiles. To help with some of the CO2. I'll just do this, maybe all the way across there. I mean, it'll naturally flow through these pneumatic doors, but it looked like we have an awful lot just hanging out over here, so this should help. Okay, so the one thing I don't have is atmosuits, and these guys are almost done, so I should get, I think, is it 3 or 6? I don't remember if it's 1 or 2 per thimble reed, but either way we should get at least a suit. We'll find out here. That gives me 1 reed fiber. Okay, so this will give me 3 reed fiber all day long, which is enough for a single suit. That will at least allow me to ranch some slickers, I think, without paying the penalty. So we'll go ahead and throw this atmosuit dock up here, or atmosuit checkpoint here, but we also need the exosuit forge, which we will put right next to our rock crusher. And we'll give that a high priority because I really need that done for them to even get down here once this checkpoint gets made. Alright, thimble reeds, good deal. I'm really glad I got those from the printing pod. There's a chance like that could be a thimble reed there. There's a chance. And then there's some down here. Actually, if I ladder down here where it's 72 degrees, whew, somebody's gonna get scalded, but I could get a bunch of reed fiber. Looks like 3, 6, 9, 12. Actually, there's none there. Oh, it's actually too hot there. There's only 2 there and 3 there. Well, that's 5. Plus the odd one that I'm gonna have. That would be another 3 suits. I'll have to consider that, but it's really warm over there. I almost need a suit to go get those out of there. Alright. Come on, Gossman. Make it happen. We need those Atmo suits. Yeah, the CO2 down here. That's why I need the Atmo suits. Thank you very much, Gossman. Oh, they finished this other reservoir, so now this thing's not going to turn off. I really need these guys to not be glum. So if they're glum, their metabolism is minus 80%. So they'll produce less CO2, which means they consume less CO2. Come on, Ruby. Oh, for crying out loud. Bump that up to an 8. We really need that, you guys. All right, I am doing okay on food. I have mush fries. Okay, so I had made some mush bars and I actually fried them up. I guess they ate all of the meat already. The cooked fish. I have no cooked fish. I'm not sure what happened there. I guess they ate it all. Actually, what's probably happening is their calorie count, yeah, is really high. So that's good, actually. Give me a couple of cycle reprieve. And I'll let that pufflet over here hatch, but I have a larva egg I would really like to hatch also. How many critters have I got in here? 4. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna let him out of there. And they're still not cramped, that's good. Come on, build it. Come on, Nicola. Must you do everything? Alright, that's great. Atmo suit. I'm going to go ahead and queue up 4 of them, even though I know I don't have the reed fiber for it. And we're going to give that a priority of 7. Down to 270 kilograms of aluminum. Building all those stations really used up a lot of my resources. Alright, they can't go down here now until I get an Atmo suit. I'll go ahead and say deliver that suit as soon as it's done. And can Nicola hold his breath long enough? Yes. No. No. That was so close though. Alright. Gossman. Woohoo! Alright. What are you doing there, Gossman? Oh, you're turning the compost. Thanks, buddy. You know, I really need this ranching done down here, not... oh, see, look at that. My wire broke. I really need to look into splitting my power grid here. The only thing down here using power is this, but it's pretty much using it all the time. So let's go ahead and put this on its own grid. I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, I don't even have that yet. Hey, research time. We haven't been doing any research because I wanted to free up tasks for my dupes to finish all the stuff that they've got going on, and I needed Nicola free. But we're going to go ahead right here into low resistance conductors. Looks like we have some skills available in the printing pod also. Going to duplicate skills, nails. We're going to do improved construction. That's fine. I really need Ruby here to skill up. Finally, Nails can come down here and actually groom these guys without having to run up and get some oxygen. Alright, no more glum. That's a long time in coming. Alright, looks good. They're producing all of the oil. Alright, really need to fix this wire though, guys. Also decided that I need to leave a battery above this area here, just so that if that wire shortage ever happens down here, I can still power the Atmosuit docks. Right now the only reason they're powered is because somebody's running on the wheel. Oh, it looks like I got more reed fiber. I must have. Yeah, I got enough reed fiber. Now if I only had power. They could fix this, that'd be great. But they seem to be ignoring it. Priority 9 if I can get somebody over there. Alright, come on. Somebody go fix that wire. Please. Oh my god, fix the wire. I don't know, I don't even know what kind of task that is. No one is even queuing up that errand. I mean, I know that they can't get there. Maybe we'll see what happens when the atmosuit gets checked in. Alright, atmosuit's checked in. Somebody take that errand, please. Alright, I gotta take a look at skills. Is that a tinkering skill? Do I need somebody with tinkering? It doesn't make sense. If I can build the wire, I should be able to repair the wire. Alright, we do have some starvation going on here with Nicola. So I guess we're doing some more mush bars. How are we doing on eggs? I do have a hatchling egg and a pip egg I could sacrifice. But they're not really producing any eggs right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hatchling egg, pip egg. Ooh, long-haired larva egg. I can do that too. And oh, I'm not gonna take that guy. I can't trap him without plastic. I'm just gonna reject everything. Nicola, are you gonna survive the night? Alright, this needs like a higher priority, and this needs a higher priority. Okay. And that needs a higher priority. Let's get this done, guys. I'm just gonna disable this building. I need somebody to fix that wire. It's gonna kill me. Okay, I'm not sure what was going on with this repair task, but I literally couldn't get them to do it, so I just built a new wire next to it. They wouldn't even accept the errand. It wasn't even like at the bottom of somebody's queue. Now I've got a deconstruct task on there. We'll see how long that takes for them to take care of that. I had to disable this temporarily. I'll go ahead and enable it now. Now that we should have power up there. They still need to finish this one wire here. If they could do that, then we would have some backup power up here just in case. Alright, we do have some additional reed fiber sitting in here. Oh, nope, we have an extra suit. We have 2 suits down here now. Fantastic. Should allow us to do all of the resupplying and all of the ranching that we need to do down here. Keep these guys happy. And this carbon dioxide is coming down. It was over 3,000. Now it's pretty consistently under 3,000. So they are producing all of the oil. This is good. Actually, they produce quite a bit. That's nice. And they're keeping my CO2 under control. If I can get a second Slickster ranch going, then I might be able to do a generator to use some of this ethanol. Alright, this thing we never got around to doing. Moving that down one. Which should let us do this. Giving us an odd-shaped ranch, but a ranch nonetheless. And I should probably do this and this out of insulated tile. Just go ahead and continue that, I guess, like so. We'll need a couple of ladders there to get that done. Okay, the ranching is going okay. As you can see, I'm pretty much surviving off of mush fry supplements. But I do have some critters dying occasionally, hence the barbecue. And the eggs, which are not at a point where I can automate them, just I don't have enough of them coming in yet. Yeah, food continues to be a little bit of a struggle with this ranching start. Now, on the other hand, though, I haven't had to worry about temperature in my base, really, which is good because it's really, really warm. These pips here are starving because this tree isn't growing any branches. I think I'm going to put some lumber in here. We'll do like 2,000 kilograms of lumber, just so that those pips have something to eat. This tree was not growing because of temperature, but since I've got this wall complete over here, the temperature is actually coming down. It was only like 40.3 or something like that, and now it's 39.8. This one obviously not growing, same problem, temperature. That's at 41. Hopefully this temperature will even out over here. If not, you know, eventually I'm gonna have to cool the base, so we'll get around to doing that. I am gonna go ahead and deconstruct this composter now that I have this other one down here. Again, the idea here being that composters give off heat and slicksters like it warm. Just for the record, it looks like repairing a wire is a tidy operation, just from some research that I was doing. So if I look here, Ruby was actually the one that did that task for me, and tidying is higher priority for Ruby, so that makes sense. All right. Need to build this thing. I don't think I have any polluted water to give these plants, and these plants definitely need to grow. Printing pod goes off. Taking another shine nymph. Or do I take a dupe? You know, I'll take the next dupe with ranching. How about that? So here we're going to go ahead and just reject. We'll take the shine nymph. Yeah. Next dupe with ranching, coming in the base. We'll see. I think we need to make some more mush bars. So I've got mush fries set up over here, so it's a little more dupe labor, but the mush bar turns into the mush fry. Bonus calories, and I think it is not as miserable of a meal. Mush bars, yeah, -1. Mush fry, 0. Again, stress isn't really a problem, so poor food quality, whatever. But poor nails here just can't keep up with all the ranching tasks. I gotta get this chlorine under control also. This is a problem with my carbon dioxide. Got a little too high, but now that it's coming down, this should all get pushed down as well. Oxygen pressure is 1400. Those atmosuit docs probably aren't helping. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and help myself out here with another one of these guys. Like so. I do need to get this research done though. Let's take a look at priorities here. Nicola, cooking, and I'm going to go ahead and bring that down one. I have a little bit of food and I really need the research done. Go ahead and bump these up to 6. Alright, they are enjoying their wood. I'll go ahead and turn it off now. But at least they're not starving. They're groomed, happy, and not starving. They're not all happy, but okay. I'm going to go ahead and level that out. All right, before my gases become too big of an issue, I'm going to go ahead and deal with some of this carbon dioxide. I'm going to put a tank down here. And a pump down here. And the pump I'm going to put here. And I think I'm just going to add to this a little bit here, the width of my gas column. I can do like so. I actually want to put a couple of transformers up here, so I'll go ahead and prep that. Go ahead and prioritize this dig task a little bit, and this guy. Then this will be, just come down here. Let's do it this way. And go into that tank. I'm not even going to worry about filtering it. I'm just going to pump everything that's down here. It's either going to be probably chlorine or carbon dioxide at this point. Alright, I should be able to put that tank down here. Gas reservoir. And then what I'll do is when the CO2 level gets low down here, I can just pump the CO2 into this other area over here. It looks like I've got a bunch of other gases over here that are taking up space. I actually want to get those gases out of here. But this area here is causing me a little bit of a problem. I don't want that sour gas in my base. So I'd have to go like over and down. I guess I can do that. Actually, that'll let me get to this salt too, so we'll just do this. That'll work. Guess I don't need all that air tile. And the size of this thing is 86, so it'll be 84 after that. So I can go ahead and dig it out a little bit more too. 96 is the size, so I can do 12 more. Yeah. But let's do this stuff first. Yeah, of course I'll need to power it, but I don't want to power it until I get these transformers in. So the way I'm going to do this, actually those won't act as consumers. Just go ahead and wire them like that. It happened again where I've got some long-haired larva eggs. I'm going to go ahead and turn those into omelets. I have a ton of food right now, actually. I don't know what happened with the mush fries, but I have 9,000 kcals of mush fries. Apparently they've been passing on the mush fry and eating the other foods, which I can't blame them. But yeah, 7,000 calories in omelets, and yeah, this is the best I've been for food in a long time. That's actually almost, what, 4.5 cycles worth of food right there. I do have a skill in the printing pod. Hopefully it's ranching. Ruby, yes, ranching. And Gossman will go ahead and I think I'm going to give him exosuit wearing. Now that I'm running around in exosuits, I think that's going to be important. I do have 2 Atmosuit docks up here that still need suits. I don't think I have any suits made right now. I'm still waiting. I have everything I need. I just need them to prioritize making those suits. Okay, that'll be good. And the carbon dioxide and chlorine, as you can see, is really pushing up into my base. So I want them to finish these build tasks, but of course they are taking their sweet time on this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and prioritize everything over here as a 7. And hopefully that'll get them to get the move on. I think I heard the printing pod just now. I did. Farming, doctoring, digging, decorating, farming, supplying, operating. don't really need any of those. What I need is a rancher, so I'm going to go ahead and reject all. Actually, I can take that shine nymph. It's fine. I've got a lot of shine nymphs running around, or shine bugs running around. As far as oxygen production goes, I still have 1.3 tons of salt and 34 tons of rust, so I'm doing okay. I am about to dig up some more salt over here, which will be really good. I don't have a ton of salt, so I do want to get off of... there's some more down here. I need to get to it all, right? So I do also want to get down here and figure out what these vents are. In fact, we can do that as long as we do this stuff first. Let's not tempt them. Alright, building the gas pipes. This is good. Let's fix this problem here. Alright, so I'm finally letting out all this extra gas that was trapped in here, which was keeping CO2 from being able to really fill up down here, which was causing, you know, one of the issues where it causes to push up here. I see that I have, looks like oxygen floating around here, and I'm just not sure where it's coming from, unless it was just still trapped down here, because that should be floating up. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there. But this will help a lot. Really need to finish that one, so this becomes a farm again. It's clearly too big now. But they do need to do all that, so I can handle this not being a farm for the time being. They are all tame and happy, so, well, they're not all happy. They are all tame, so they're at least producing eggs at a good clip. And look at all those K-cows. It's a thing of beauty. Okay, I've got my first transformer built. So I'm going to say power to here. I'm also going to say power to here. And then I'm going to break this wire in between. Priority 7, please finish that stuff, you guys. What are you doing, Nicola? You shouldn't be down here. They got water. They got a water up here? Yeah, that pumps out of water. How about that? And we can actually mop this up. I really need to tap some of this other water. Do I have the refinement for desalination yet? I do not. I do want to use this. I'm just going to use it where it sits. As soon as I get desalination, we'll worry about that. And I'll just put I'll put a manual generator and just power it locally. There's not a lot of water there. Just temporarily, just to add to my water supply. We'll use this over here. Research-wise, looks like we're close to low resistance conductors, but they haven't really been prioritizing research. And as you saw, we ran out of water. I do have this Atmos suit ready. We'll go ahead and give it a priority of 6 just so they do something about that. And it looks like I have some more wires broken. Yeah. I really need to fix that whole electrical thing here. Okay, they've built it. I'm going to destroy these. Priority 8, please. There you go. Alright, so that should put me on 2 grids at least, so this stuff won't break this stuff. This is still, yeah, 2300, but it's cycling in at like 60 watts. It's not terrible. Alright. I'm getting overload damage. Take a look at this wire. Overload damage. $1,400. All right, so they must have changed it. It used to be that transformers and batteries didn't count as consumers, but I'm starting to feel like that's not the case anymore. So I think I need to throw some heavy watt wire down in here. We'll do this. It's gonna kill the decor, man. Why can't I? Oh. All right, build that, please, with much priority. Oh, electrical grid planning didn't go as planned. Okay, we've got that wiring sorted out. So I now have a heavy watt wire going from my generator to my smart battery to my battery to my transformers. This transformer goes up here. It's clearly circuit status is still too much, but it doesn't really go that high, so we shouldn't have that many problems. Down here, circuit status is it's actually high because it's still connected right here. That this wire, one wire, needs to get destroyed. Okay, now circuit status is 480 out of 480. So with the limit being 1,000, this should not have any problems anymore. I gotta fix this wire to power the incubator. But clearly I still need a long way to go on the power grid. We'll go ahead and prioritize this repair as well. I think that should do it for a while for the power grid. Now we just need to get the CO2 under control. Alright, somewhere I have overload damage, and I'm not sure what it's from. Oh, I think there's still a wire under there. Yep. Okay. There was a wire hiding behind that joint plate. We'll get that destroyed. I mean, it's practically going to destroy itself, but there we go. Alright. Back in business. See if we got skills. Nicola. That will put Nicola into a morale deficit. Pretty much anything except digging will. Digging or tidying. Digging or tidying. We'll give you digging. Nicola, you're doing it all, my friend. You're doing it all. Alright, looks like I have some extra wires just hanging out there from my old battery stack. And they still haven't gotten around to this stuff. They can definitely get there. This is like low-hanging fruit. I do have my Atmos suits everywhere. 2 up here, 2 down here. So this is good. And if I can just get my CO2 under control, then we'll be in business. So we're gonna just throw some more tanks down here. We're gonna dig this out like so. We'll go 4 high. Yep. Actually, I'm just gonna dig all this out, which will also give my CO2 more room to sink in. We'll just do some huge dig tasks. That's fine with me. This will like triple the volume I've got available for my CO2. I'm going to go ahead and disable this thing as well. That thing's producing more CO2 than I need right now, so we'll go ahead and disable that. Actually, if I disable that, I'm going to go ahead and cancel these build tasks. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and disable this ethanol distiller and dig out some room for some extra gas reservoirs. Gas reservoir actually only needs to be 3 high, so we'll do that. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and vent that as well. Out to in, out to in. Or are they going to be out to in? You got to get rid of that salt vine before I can finish building everything. There we go. And they're making these out of iron because I have 20 tons, no, 16 tons of iron available. Okay, looking good. Printing pod went off, didn't even notice that. Volpup, I hate you, Volpup. I'm down to 8,000 kcals. What can I do here from an egg perspective? I've got 3 hatchling eggs ready and a long-haired larva egg. I'll do 2 hatchling eggs and get rid of that long-haired larva egg. I do have 1 pip egg available. I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, so that'll be some more omelets. Question is, do I have someone who loves to ranch, digging, researching, operating, farming, tidying, and doctoring? No. I'm going to reject you all. Sorry, Volpup, but you are poison. I don't want you. Volpup's entomb things, and I just don't need him for that. Okay. I've decided to go ahead and put an algae terrarium back in here, if they can ever finish building that, to help with destroying some of this carbon dioxide. I've just gotten a little too high up in my base. What happens if I do this? Maybe trap some of that chlorine over here. Let's do this, yep. That'll work. Alright, I've got a second tank up, so this pump is going again. Just pulling more CO2 from down than I would prefer. I'd rather pull it from up, but that's okay. Ultimately, it'll allow this CO2 to sink down. And CO2 doesn't hurt in this area over here, other than my dupes have trouble breathing, which is going to cause them some challenges when it comes to ranching, but we'll get it cleared up. I do have a lot of polluted dirt from the ethanol distiller. I went ahead and planned a couple more composting piles here to try and keep that from outgassing polluted oxygen. That is the one disadvantage to having it down in this area, but having this vent area up here should help a lot. In fact, if I were to be smart about this and throw in a deoxidizer here, it should, or I'm sorry, a deodorizer here, It should clean up all this polluted oxygen as it filters up, percolates up, before it enters into the base. This one might be already handling the majority of it, but that's a good spot for one. Alright, we filled up almost three gas reservoirs now with CO2. I actually have a little bit of oxygen in here, but yeah, I don't really care about that. That's fine with me. The fact that we have stored in like basically 150, what is that, 450 kilograms. Yeah, 450 kilograms of carbon dioxide is a pretty big deal. Yeah, the chlorine has actually come down an entire tier. So that's good. Okay, I planned to build an airlock down here. I'm going to try and get them to build that. And build another tank since these three are full. From a reed fiber perspective, I have 9, so I'm going to change the priority of this down to 5. No sense in rushing that reed fiber. In fact, when I get maybe like 20, I'll stop growing those completely. Looks like we are almost out of polluted water anyways. Yeah, this thing has no more polluted water to give. So that may have naturally limited itself. Used to be I would always pump my bathroom polluted water into a tank. So I always had tons of polluted water. And then I would pump it out into a water sieve. But this system here doesn't cost me any power. So this is a plus and spits out a little bit of water. So I can actually, let's see here. Pitcher pump, does it reach that far? Oh, does it reach 4? If I put one there, oh, it bumps up into that. I have to put it there, which I could do. Sure. That'll at least give them access to this water. And then on the research front, we're done with advanced power regulation. That's why we were able to build that heavy watt wire a little while ago, and we're working on low resistance conductors. See, here we are out of water though. Actually, if they were just to build that, can I just mop that up? Nah, too much liquid. We can just deconstruct that one. Alright, and I did create a little trap here for some chlorine. Figured while that chlorine was pushing up here, I might as well do something with it. Not sure how much chlorine one of these things eats, but we'll go ahead and throw a dash of salt vine in there. And we did disable this ethanol distiller, which was producing a majority of our carbon dioxide. I could put a limiter on this thing that says like if the carbon dioxide pressure is under 1,000, then turn this thing on. And maybe I will do that once we get the CO2 under control. Alright, next thing that I want to do, not that I don't have enough things going on, is figure out what these vents are down here. And now that I've got this door completed, and I can get down here without losing all my CO2, I'm going to go ahead and queue that up. So we have 3 vents down here to uncover. 1 vent here, and then I don't know if these are vents or geysers. 2 more down here. We'll do this one first. Okay, what else have we got going on? Food is about out. No one's starving. We definitely have a food shortage. From a critter egg perspective, we have a long-haired larva egg. We can chop that up. And 3 pip eggs. We'll go ahead and do another pip egg too. This thing is incubated and lullabied. Incubated but not lullabied. Hey, they finally started digging on this task over here as well. Alright, I've got access to water. So they should... Oh, and they did finish that research. That's good. The next research that I want to do is desalination, I think, right here. Yes. Desalination, then fossil fuels, hoping for a good vent, and then probably come back and touch up on that medicine stuff. Germs in the base are not bad. We did have some slime lung issues, yep, before. I think that chlorine pushing up into the base probably got rid of all of those. A little bit of slime lung. Oh, this is polluted oxygen up here, a lot of this, so that makes sense that I'm getting some slime lung. I'll go ahead and try and clear that up. We'll do this. It's easier to clear up if the gases can move around a little better. We'll do that. And the printing pod just went off. Ice. I'm taking ice. Alright, the reason I'm taking ice is because I want to build a temperature shift plate made of ice right here. Anywhere else that's super hot, I can cool down with some ice. A lot of places that are really hot. Obviously this is going to spill water into the base when they build these. But I'm just going to go ahead and throw a few of these down. It will dramatically cool down certain areas of the base. Just get ready for all the mopping tasks. Alright, over here I have a water lock that I'm working on. I want to be able to get in here and clean this up, lock it in basically in a small, clean, organized way. Eventually so that I can actually get to this water. I'm actually thinking of using this slickster area as sort of a radiator. It's going to get hot over here, but I can kind of cool the water or pipe the water through here to try and give up as much of the heat as possible before bringing it into maybe an aqua tuner that also is parked down here inside the crude oil. So I will look to play with that here in a while. I really want to get down here and figure out some of this vent stuff first. I'm just planning that out. I have a bunch of brine still, 800 kilograms of brine here. I think I'm going to use that as my water lock. I am still running short on food constantly. Looks like I have a long-haired larva egg I can chop up. I keep saying chop up, but you know what I mean. Cook up. And I have 3 hatchling eggs. I'll go ahead and do one of those as well. Go ahead and let that guy out. They should put another egg in there right away. Awesome. Alright. Come on, you guys. I know you have a lot to do, but get more of it done. Alright, chlorine is definitely coming down here. Let's use this dash of salt. Alright, and I also am really trying to widen this channel here for carbon dioxide to be able to sink down into the lower parts of my base. Between this thing being off and all this CO2 that we've sequestered into these reservoirs, I think we're in pretty good shape. I have no water to use for the algae terrarium. Can I mop this up yet? I can. I can go ahead and deconstruct that. Alright, we're done with those large power transformers, so we're almost done with liquid-based refinement. Okay, so that means I have my desalinator. Oh, who's suffocating? Gossman. Alright, just go ahead and destroy those Gossman. Get out of there. Good man. And we will put a pitcher pump right there. Okay. I need you guys to build that thing. Go ahead and queue up a little more aluminum. And it looks like I have Pacu shell molt. How do I have, oh, I got access to Pacu shell molt because I'm digging up down here. We have a natural gas geyser. Hell yeah. Alright, now we're talking power. Yeah, that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and dig this out around it so that I can cap it and use it. That'll be great. I don't have all the automation that I need right now in order to effectively use that gas geyser, so once we're done with our research here, we're going to move into finishing off advanced automation. Alright, we have a printing pod go off here. I'll go ahead and take the oxyfern so I don't starve my base to death. We did have one of those temp shift plates melt over here, and it's definitely doing good things to the temperature. Arbor trees are growing. Granite's coming down in temp. Of course, I have water everywhere. It's sort of a mess. That's alright. We need access to water anyways, right? We should have desalination now. If I go into refinement, here's my desalinator. It's a little bigger than I thought it was. We'll go ahead and put it right there. Add a tile. We're actually going to do power, battery here, and a manual generator here. Like so. Now the desalinator clearly is going to need to take input and output. I'm doing this piping weird because I'm trying not to dig up this dirt. Plumbing then. This is going to be warm water. We'll just dump it here for now. Alright, that'll probably take them a while to get to. I do need them to stop running in water though, because they don't like that. I'll just mop all this up. Yeah, 31 degrees. That brought it down by like 3 degrees or something like that. And the arbor trees themselves are 31 again. No. Arbor tree itself is almost 31. Is it 40 degrees that they grow to though? Yeah, 40. So they're in the clear as far as temperature goes now. Yeah, definitely brought this down from red to yellow. If I ever build this one up here, I should do the same. Problem if I build this one up here, I'm actually going to do some... We'll do that. If I build this one up here, actually it would flood into my brine, which would be bad. I don't want to do that. This thing down here, they're taking their sweet time on this lock. I know, dupes, you've got a lot going on. And we have a food shortage again. Also, we have a colony achievement. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Oh, cycle 100. It's 102. I didn't even notice. I do have 10 reed fiber. I'm just going to priority 4 these. I should pretty much ignore them for now. Alright, we got that water mostly mopped up. There we go. And are you guys starving? You are not. So are these things producing lumber? $15 to $40, and it's 40. Really? That's weird. There, 30.4. That was strange. So these things should be producing lumber. I don't see any on the ground, but I do have a lot of pips in here, probably eating it. As long as they're not starving, I'm okay. Alright, they're working on my desalination plumbing system. We'll let them do that. I do need water, if for nothing else, mush bars. Alright, things are going pretty good. Looks like we've got another skill. Nails, Yeah, we'll go with construction. Building things faster is always good. Oh, hey, we have, speaking of building things, we have another temp shift plate going in here. Should melt immediately. It's so warm here. There we go. Bringing down the temperature of lavatories everywhere. Water. 16 degrees, 17 degrees. Yeah, that's great. We'll just let that sit for a while. Let it soak some heat and then mop it up. This is going really slow, as is this here. I'm going to prioritize this on 6. Oh no! That's not what I wanted. Where did that water come from? Oh, that other temp shift plate they made. They're getting to those lower priority tasks. And that's what I didn't want. Remember, my brine seems to have not mixed with the brine. So I guess brine is heavier than water. That's a good thing. And we'll mop this up again. Sorry, polluted water section over there. And did I just flood that tree out? I think I just killed that tree. Didn't know you could do that. Alright, mop it up, dupes. Come on, guys. Take care of it. I think they're in downtime. They'll get to it. Sounds like the printing pad went off. Sure enough. I will take another snazzy suit, please. The chlorine is definitely coming down. A little faster now, it seems almost. And my dash of salt vine over here is happily lapping up chlorine. I'm assuming it eats the chlorine, but it doesn't really say. It just says its atmosphere has to be chlorine. Consumes a small amount of chlorine gas. I just don't know how much that small amount of chlorine gas is. Well, we'll see how long it takes for that to go away. My lock over here looks to be done. I am going to need to put another tile there. We'll go ahead and try digging this stuff out and see if I make a hot mess of the whole chlorine situation. Should be good. That one right there. Let's do that one first. And stop sending brine over there. Alright. Oh, that works. This tile right here should be brine and nothing else, which means I have a atmospheric lock. Made a little bit more of a mess than I meant to, but you know, this is oxygen not included. That's what happens. Now we can get in here and clean this area up a little bit. Go ahead and throw some insulated tile around this whole vent. I guess we can do that. Like so. Alright, and then some ladders just to make sure that I can get everything. That should be good. I might not be able to build these corner ones, but yeah, they'll get to everything else. Alright. That works. And then I can mop up this brine for use later. Alright, actually getting to some of my lower priority tasks, which is fantastic. That means they should get to this desalination stuff soon. And I needed advanced automation, so we'll go ahead and queue that up. Even though they pretty much have no water for that right now. I'm gonna priority 6 this desalination stuff. Just been waiting a while for that. We do have some omelets going still. I am going to queue up some more mush bars when we do get some water. Looking at critter eggs. We have 8 fry eggs again. You know what that means? That means it's time to kill some fries. Yeah, buddy. I swear I just heard some maniacal laughter. I guess I'm not killing fries. I'm killing Pacus. Some elderly, glum, overcrowded Pacus. Cooked fish. Ah yeah, we have skills available too, I just noticed. Ruby. Ah yes, Ruby. Better ranching for you. Alright, that's great. 2 people with maxed out ranching skills. That should help a lot. I also want this finished. If I finish that, I can finish this. I can finally dig that out. Go ahead and extend that ladder down to there also. I want to access all those resources. looks good for now. And I'm also going to want to analyze that as soon as I get a chance. Alright, where is everybody? Oof, look at all these slicksters. Alright, that's great. Actually, I don't want to do that one. We'll just do this one. Priority 8. What I'm doing here is I'm going to be venting this up here. There we go. And I am going to put some automation on this thing to say if the pressure here is over 1,000, then run. I don't want to just keep circulating the same CO2 around using power I don't need. Looking good, my dupes. Looking good. I did set long-haired larva eggs to continually crack. I don't want the long-haired, so they have a good chance of producing long-haired just because of the temperature that they're in, but I really need those larva eggs. I really need to bring the temperature up in here is what I need to do. It needs to be over 60. I have the thermal aqua tuner in gold amalgam. I will put it right there in hopes of using it soon. Printing pad went off here in the middle of cycle 107. Take a look. Balm lily seed. Don't really need it. Ren. Cooking plus 7 and cannot dig. I have 1,400 kcals. I'm really thinking of bringing somebody else in. May supplying and likes to cook. Sure, May. We'll bring you in. Don't disappoint. Take a look at May's opening skills and we'll go with improved carrying. And we'll assign May this bed. The issue with beds right now is I have this comfy bed in here and they keep trying to assign a dupe to it. Well, they keep doing it. This is the second time we've brought a dupe into the base, but they will attempt to assign May to the comfy bed. I will assign her instead to this cot. Alright, hopefully now with May here, I'll actually have time to complete some of my tasks. Still a little concerned about food. I have a bunch of Pacu here queued up for the slaughter, and nobody's attacking them. So, priority-wise, Ruby should go on the offense, but she has not. I guess I can attack with Gusto. Attack priority 7. Take a look at errands. I guess attacking isn't an errand, but that did the trick. Some delicious Pacu fillets. What have I got going on inside this thing? Electric grill. A couple of Pacu fillets, some raw egg, some meat. Alright, that's good. You know, I've yet to get a single mushroom seed. Yeah. Dusk cap? None. I haven't spent a lot of time in slimy biomes either, but... Have I found... Yeah, here's a true slime biome. I could probably... There's one right there. Dusk cap. I could probably grow some dust cap. What do we got here? They'll grow in up to 35 degrees. I could definitely grow some dust cap. I should probably do that. Get a little dust cap farm going on down here. We never finished our little adventure in vent exploration, so I still don't know what these are. We'll come down this side and go in here and check out this one. Alright, actually I learned a while ago there's like a glitch you can do somehow. I thought maybe they fixed it. There's a way you could, by selecting the priority of the vent, actually see what the vent was. But I don't see it now. Alright, I'd rather not use the glitch, to be fair. I want to build that thermal aqua tuner, but I don't want to spill this oil out. So how am I going to do that? I guess I'm going to deconstruct a mesh tile. I'm not sure if they can go down there or not. They might, which would be annoying, but we'll find out. Alright, we just finished up some research, it looks like. Advanced automation, that's good. So with the advanced automation, one of the things I was thinking of doing was working on some sort of a door compressor. So that is a thing that we might try yet. I've had mixed luck with door compressors in the past, but I would like to finally slay that dragon. We're still killing Pacu, apparently. I don't know how long these things live. 25. So every 25 cycles, I'm getting, what, like 8 Pacu eggs? Or 8 Pacu fillets, I guess. It's going a long way towards satisfying some of my food needs. And they really like them. They're like, what, +3? Yeah, it's good for morale. I would love to get myself another 8 Pacu in that printing pod. I just heard the printing pod go off. Let's see what we've got. We'll take the fertilizer, why not? Mostly because I'm not ready for another dupe. We are doing okay with 5 dupes. The mush fry and the fish certainly helped. I think our single coal generator and our miserly use of power is really paying off. We're up to 13.3 tons of coal. We were under 9, or I think actually under 7 at one time. So the hatch ranching is really paying off on the coal front. I don't recall digging up a lot of coal, so I think that's all coming from the hatch ranching, which is pretty cool. So got a bunch of tasks. I put in a new fire pole here. We're building a new water lock to get down to this lower area here. I just don't want all my carbon dioxide to end up sinking through there. I know I had this manual airlock, but a water lock's just going to be so much better. I also want to finish up these 2 reservoirs, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and re-enable this ethanol distiller, as carbon dioxide really seems to have come down. In fact, to the point that it's actually kind of low in here for our slicksters. I am still seeing a lot of long hair slickster eggs, and if we look at these birth rates, they've got a really low chance of actually producing larva eggs. So I am worried about these larvae becoming, the slicksters becoming an endangered species. So we still really want to work on heating this area up, which I think is, like I said, going to be this water vent over here, this cool steam vent. But I just don't have the free time right now to finish some of these other projects. So I'm going to finish some of these other projects, just let it go, and then we'll be back. Okay, where are we at here? We have Most of our pending build tasks have been completed. This is good. We have a third Atmosuit dock over here, and we are starting this aquatuner build. This is going to need, I think, 1.2 kilowatts of power, so I'm running a conductive wire, which can handle up to 2 kilowatts. We're just going to be running the one thermal aquatuner. They are still working on some of these queued up tasks, like this fire pole, which we can go ahead and finish now that we've removed that liquid pump. Alright, this is looking really good. I think I can go ahead and put that mesh tile back and hopefully not trap the slickster down there. That might take several attempts. And they're working on wrapping up this insulated tile chlorine vent, which I think I'm going to try, like I mentioned, the gas compressor over here. So that'll be a little bit of an experiment for next time. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Middle of cycle 121. We'll probably come back at about cycle 125 when some of these other tasks are wrapped up. But that'll be on next time. That'll be next time on Oxygen Not Included, Aridio Mark III asteroid. All right, everyone. This is Nom Nom signing out.